Ladies and gentlemen, LTM, let's talk Magic. Now today we're going over a Card Shop Live, kind of a kit that they did for Commander Legends 2 for a set booster bundle. Basically, you kind of get some sleeves, a playmat, a set booster, and also a Soul Ring kind of special edition card. So we're going to go dive into this and kind of we're going to open up and show it, and they also included a playmat too. So kind of one of these things, Card Shop Live, if you're unfamiliar with it, is actually I think a subsidiary of Channel Fireball. So basically how that works is that since they work underneath Channel Fireball, they can kind of like do their promo kits and all that stuff. So what we're doing here is that we're just going to be opening this up. Obviously my box cutter is currently not working, so we're going to be improvising a little bit, making it work, opening this nicely sealed box for all the goodies that are inside. And of course, there's that set booster right away that I was talking about earlier. So it's kind of like I said, a promo kit. So of course, we got the playmat. I have my Chandra playmat that I actually like to use, but this one is kind of included in the promo kit. So you got the little Channel Fireball logo down there from Card Shop Live. So definitely, I don't think it was like the one that they were teasing. It's okay. I mean, it's a playmat, so it's whatever. We do get a set booster, so there you go. And moving on with that, I think you come with like a deck box, Ultra Pro deck box from Channel Fireball. Looks like you also got some stuff in here too of the Soul Ring that I was talking about earlier. So this is kind of a Soul Ring kind of style card. It's kind of like you say Secret Lair-ish or whatever. So there's that. And then lastly, I guess you can get some like tokens, elemental tokens or a spin dial or whatever. So yeah, kind of these promo kits. I think it was only what, 20 more bucks or 30 more bucks more than normally what it would be if you wanted to go and just get the set booster itself. So what we're going to do now, of course, the main thing really is looking at this set booster box and seeing what we can pull today, and hopefully we can get some kind of good pulls, because last time we did our our collector booster box, there were some good pulls in it. Obviously we didn't get any of the rare dragons, which in my opinion is quite a shame. I mean, it'd be cool to kind of get the dragons and stuff like that, but you can't always win when you're opening these. You kind of like, I guess people say it's not gambling, but it is kind of gambling when you're trying to open up these packs, and that's why people always say if you just want cards from a set, you just want to go and buy the single. So this is opening the set booster here. Let's see if it's resealed or not. Kind of, I guess, a little cool thing they have here about talking about Arena and all that. Yeah, like I said, I don't play Arena as much as I used to, but we're gonna go and open up these packs. Now, since this is a set booster, and I think because of shrinkflation, I think you only get 18, so these aren't as much as we would get from, let's say, a regular set booster. I think it used to be like 30 or something like that, but now it's been shrunken down because of, well, shrinkflation, in my opinion. Paying the same for less. So you also get kind of like the art style card always in the set booster, and there's always a chance to get a card from the list. So we're just going to go along here, going through our uncommons, and then we start moving on to our commons, going into our rare slot. I don't think this card's really anything amazing. I haven't really seen any movement on this one. Another uncommon. Is this from the list? No, it's just uncommon. Uncommon, a rare. We pulled this one in the collector booster, and we pulled this one from the collector booster as well. So, yeah. And there's no list cards. We just get kind of like a foil swap. So far, kind of underwhelming with the pulls that we just did. No rares, nothing from the list. So we'll put our rares over there, and we'll go put our commons, our bulk, as a joke is Baldur's bulk, because these cards, most of them don't really have that much value. Double Masters though, kind of saw the leaks for that the other day. Definitely looks like going to be a home run set. So definitely, if you're trying to go and get to that, try to get your pre-orders in now or lock it in on Amazon, so that way when the prices start rising for it, you at least can kind of get it in at a good price. And then with Amazon, you can cancel anytime you want, especially if you don't like the set or life happens. And wow, we just pulled this one. So this was another bust. No, we pulled this one from the collector booster. So wow, there was only one rare. There was one rare. There's no way I messed that up. There's no way. There had to be another rare in this. Wow. That's insane. Evolving Wilds. Wow, there's only one rare? That's bad. That was really bad. I can see why people are saying these set boosters aren't that good. That's terrible. That's like a draft pack. Like if you did a draft pack, that's how much you would get. Like at least one rare or one mythic. Not in a set booster. You're supposed to at least get like more than one. At least. This one, I think we picked this one up too in the earlier in the what's called collective booster. So we'll put this down. Let's move it on here. The Council of the Four. So okay. Second card, draw a card, and then create a 2/2 knight. So I guess it's kind of like a control deck. You would use this. The Collar. Okay, I guess they kind of tease that one. And yeah, so nothing from the list so far. The rares haven't been anything amazing. I mean, they're definitely cards that I haven't really. I don't think I pulled the Basilisk Collar from the collector boosters, but definitely that one pack was just, I think, one rare. Yeah, that was bad. What am I doing? I need to move on. I got more here. I thought I already went through my pack. I was like, wow, that was not a lot. All right, moving on. Here we go. Let's see what we can pull. And let us see what we get in the rare slot. The Owl Bear Club. I haven't really seen anything about this card. I'm going to move it down here. And this is the list. So if you can see here, I don't know what set this is from. Return any number of swaps you control to their owner's hand. Target player discards a card for each swap turned this way. Yeah, so this is like the list. So the list is basically cards from any other set. They have a set list on what they're going to go bring. And they can have a rare, they can have a mythic, or they can just have common or uncommon from any sets that are designated on this list. And you have a chance of getting a card from this list from a set booster. And the ones I've done before, like Zendikar Rising, I did get Burrow, the Titan of Nature's Wrath from, I think, what is it? What set was that from? Nera Wild Mage. Okay, so this is like a new one. I haven't pulled this one either, so we'll put that over there in a rare slot. Let's see what else we got. We got our first mythic, YOLO Enterate Scholar, Volo. Enters the battlefield, create a journal, a legendary colorless artifact token with hexproof, and whenever you cast a creature spell, note none of its creature types that haven't been noted for this artifact. All right, so that's interesting. And Monster Manual. Okay, so I mean, Monster Manual isn't bad, but for the price, I think it like dropped all the way to like $2. And then actually we have something behind it too. And we get a Wrathful Red Dragon. Whenever a dragon is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target that isn't a dragon. Well, a dragon you control. So actually that's good. We get like two, three rares in this, and one mythic. So I mean, that was not a bad pull, I would say. Definitely the dragons, the Monster Manual. I know people say that it's not, the price on the market right now reflects it very, very poorly for it, but I think it does have some value, especially if you're playing decks that have high casting cost creatures, especially if it's like a dragon deck. You definitely want to consider using something like that to go put your dragons out on the battlefield. And of course there's other methods like the Sky and the Air Dragon and everything like that, but yeah, whatever can make your life easier when you're trying to go and get high costing dragons on the battlefield, that's what you want to do. Font of Magic. Okay, so it's an enchantment. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less for each time you cast a commander from the command zone in this game. I guess that's good for like a control deck, or I guess for a mythic. It was only the only one mythic we got, but I could see that working in a control deck. Yeah, I don't know really what decks that wouldn't be playing control that would use that type of card. Unless you're doing like a hand disruption or a graveyard deck, and you do have black and blue in your costs and your commander's costs. And I guess you could use that, but also that can also get exiled or destroyed and all that too. So, you know, everything can get removed in Magic. You can get exiled, you can get destroyed. Yeah, let's see. Jansen, the Chaos Crafter. This is a new one. I haven't seen anything about this, but I haven't seen this as kind of like the, you know, chase card. So I'll put it down there though. Definitely one rare we got. Moving on, and we also get a Friend of the Forest. I did pull this one. I think I got the extended art or the different art version from the collector booster that I had earlier. So we're moving on here. So far, like I said, the box is okay. I don't think like it's anything amazing with what we've pulled so far. For a set booster, it's like the middleman between a collector booster and a okay, we pulled this one too. Commander creatures you control have base power 10/10, and our giants, Zevlor, Eternal Exile, Haste. Okay, so we get 2 rares, another rare, so Traverse the Outlands, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Alright, so that's good for like ramping. Another rare, so we got 4 now, with taking the initiative, so I don't even know what that mechanic does. And yeah, so we got 4 rares, so it's all over the place, I would say. These set boosters definitely aren't consistent when it comes to a collector booster, where you know in a collector booster you open it, you will get so many rares, and then you have the chances of getting like a couple mythics, if not one. Yeah, there are duds, obviously, but the consistency for this set, in my opinion, the collector boosters are pretty spot on. Whereas here, there are multiple times we've opened up some here that basically have opened up with only like 1 rare, which is just a dud in my opinion. And we might have another one here in a second, so we're gonna find out. Horn of Valhalla, yeah. So this is kind of like this pack was exactly how it would be if you had a draft booster. Like that's the consistency right there I'm talking about. It's all over the place. Some packs you hit it really well, other packs you get a dud. Like that. So that was only like 1 rare, and that's like kind of like a draft booster. Like that's the stuff you would get if you opened up the draft booster box. If you opened up the collector booster, I don't think I pulled Lahele Valix Champion yet. Maybe I did. I don't know. I know that's like the main kind of character that they're portraying for the set. Raphael, Fiendish Savior. I think I already had that one too. No dragons, and this is a Throne of Eldraine. Wow. This is from Throne of Eldraine, because I just know the set, because I was like the first set I got into Magic with. Yeah, definitely not a good card. And that's the list, so Throne of Eldraine was on it. Go figure. Definitely surprising that they did that. Alright, so moving on here, let's see what we can pull in this pack. Let's see, it's probably going to be a 1 rare, I can tell right now. Cultists of the Absolute. Commander creatures you control get +3/+3. Have flying, death touch, ward, and at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature, so it's good, I guess, for trying to give your commander some protection, but also you're going to have to keep sacrificing creatures to keep your commander with this effects. We get a legendary jellyfish in a different art style. Okay, so cool. I don't think I've pulled some of those cards yet, so like definitely there is a variety aspect for some of these rares I've been pulling, but in the collector booster there's a lot of kind of double or duplicates I kept pulling certain cards, but yeah, right now as we're pulling through here, let's see, Citadel Gate, so getting a lot of gates. A lot of gates. We already pulled this one, so cool. Might be another rare after this card. We'll see. Nope, no rare. Yeah, another rare Giant Bard. And we get Displacer Kitten that's kind of in the foil regular version, but you can see it as like a little foiling going on. So yeah, that's Displacer Kitten's like actually one of the surprisingly expensive cards from the set. So I think it's because of its ability to kind of do a flicker. That's kind of like the main good aspect. There's very few cards that can do that consistently. So the more cards you have that can flicker, especially Urion, and I think Thessa, the Deep Dwelling, that basically bounces stuff back at your upkeeps. Yeah, you're basically going to have kind of a big loop going on and doing all the flicker effects and having fun with flickering stuff around the battlefield. So now we get a different art version of this. We get Fraying Line. I haven't really seen anything about this one. I mean, I know people talked about it, but it wasn't anything amazing. And we get a boar. So, all right, so far, like I said, nothing too crazy. Besides, I think the Displacer Kitten might have been like the highest and most expensive card we've pulled so far. But yeah, we'll see as we go along here. Moving forward, let us see what we can pull. And okay, so we pulled this one too, but it's our first, rare or mythic, should I say, Planeswalker. So we pulled this in the collector booster, but now we have another version of it. Moving on, we also pulled this one too with the Myriad for creatures. So there's that. I think, is this foil? Is this a foil? Yeah, it's foil. So we got a foil Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I know people not a fan of Lightning Bolt, but I think for what it does for the cost of just one red mana, yeah, it's pretty good. 3 damage, especially, because usually shocks like 2, and when you try to get up to like 3 damage, it's usually going to cost you 2, so the fact you can do something like that for, a really cheap mana cost isn't bad in my opinion. Mirror of Life tapping. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it was cast, exile it, then return all other permanent cards exiled with Mirror Life tapping to the battlefield under its owner's control. I don't even know how this would work, or what the ruling on this would be. I pulled this one before, so nothing amazing about that. Yeah, I don't even know if this is a list card, but because of the way the print logo is for it. But yeah, and I gotta move over here. Yeah, so we got our rares, we got our mythics right here, we got our kind of, high value cards, my Lightning Bolt, and then just, a bunch of bulk rares that probably in a couple of years from now you'll find on Amazon. And get a bunch of rares from Magic for a cheap price. It's just a bunch of bulk rares. But I mean, you can work with the cards. I mean, yeah, they're not as powerful as other cards can be, right? But still something you can work with. 9 Fingers. I pulled 9 Fingers and a collector booster, so quite familiar with them. Ancient Bass Dragon. All right, so this is our first dragon. This is my first dragon I actually pulled. I think of all the dragons, this one's not the most expensive because the Ancient Copper is the one that everyone's like trying to freak out about. Yeah, Ancient Bass isn't bad though, for returning creatures to the battlefield and all that. I think Silver is like the only one I didn't order, because I bought the single ones. It was funny. Before release, a lot of stuff was priced cheaply, especially for the dragons. So I got kind of like this type of style showcase art for them. And I picked them up, and it was relatively cheaper than how it is now. So we got like an elf wizard, and wow, this is the same exact one that I pulled in my collector booster. So we get another version of this. Okay, that's cool. Definitely don't think that's like an expensive card. But dragon wise, like I said, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Those dragons are hard to get for, as you can see here, we've opened up all the packs, and that's like the one dragon. And I did a collector booster too, and like no dragons were there, so there's that. We just pulled this one again. Let's see if there's anything else. Another bulk card, and some dinosaur, I think from Exelon. So, yeah. Okay. Baldur's bulk, right? I know it's a joke. Everyone keeps saying that, but like, yeah, it's yeah. I think looking at it here at the set, I mean, here are rares. We did pull these in the collector booster, so I don't know if it's just a coincidence. Same with the Displacer Kitten, but Displacer Kitten's like kind of, well, last time I checked, $50 card. Two most expensive cards that we pulled was this, the Ancient Dragon, and Displacer Kitten. All the other rares, I think they're like $2-3, if not cheaper, maybe even less than $1. The Planeswalkers here, I don't think they're above 10. If not, they may be even less than 10. Yeah, definitely not a set you want to crack open if you're trying to flip cards and make money on. It's more if you like Dungeons and Dragons and you like dragons and stuff like that, then maybe this is a set just to open up just a box. I want to go crazy and open up a bunch of collector boosters, because it's not like Modern Horizons 2, where you were basically pulling a lot of draft boosters and you can get a crap ton of fetch lands and everything like that. Whereas here it's like very limited, kind of focused to dragons and stuff like that, and a lot of the cards are just not good. And look at all these bulk and commons I got here now. So that's my 2 cents. Definitely not a bad promo though. I mean, we get a okay playmat. Definitely not amazing art, but it's whatever. And of course we got a little promo. So other than that, if you reach this point in the video, new viewer, possibly new subscriber, well, we hope today is the day that we earn your subscription. Have your sub and mash that like button does help us with the YouTube algorithm. Return sub, return viewer. Let me know your thoughts. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day. Take care.